All right. Adeya from Columbus, thanks for waiting.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
So you had a question?
Yes, two questions, actually. First, what is your view on people who say that they don't believe in a God, but just in case there is, after they die, they pray to save their non-existent soul, which they don't believe in?
I think it's a sad example of how religion has harmed people. It's like here's a waste of time that's happening.
So belief is kind of complicated. Belief means you accept something is true. I'm convinced that we always act in accordance with our beliefs, and so those people who are going to pray at that moment are acting in accordance with some belief. But does that mean that they secretly believe in God, or does it mean they simply believe, I might as well do this, there's no harm in it? I think it's probably the latter. And I think they're wrong, both about if they actually believe in God, but also this idea that there's not any harm in it. If it's not true that there's a God who's going to respond to prayers and stuff, and you're trying to do this safe bet thing, then you're wasting time that could be spent doing something else. It's like asking me, people who say they aren't superstitious, but they carry that lucky rabbit's foot around just in case. Well, I think it's fair to say that they're at least somewhat superstitious on some level. They probably don't actually believe the rabbit's foot's lucky, but they don't think it hurts anything. And maybe in some cases it doesn't, but I'm more concerned with, can we get to an accurate understanding of reality? And I don't think that that's the path.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good answer to me.
Okay, thanks.
The second question follows that. What do you think would, if there is some entity that they could pray in, what impact would the just-in-case praying have on the entity's decision to let him in or not?
I don't know. If it's one of those gods, like, for example, the Christian God, then I would suspect that it'd have no impact at all. If you're talking about a traditional Christian God that is expecting you to be sincere and, sincerely trust and love and do your things, then this safe bet is pretty much claiming that you think God's stupid enough to give you what you want, even though you really don't believe. Now, there may be a God out there that actually is stupid enough to give you what you want, even though you don't believe, or who doesn't care whether or not you actually believe, just give you the stuff because you asked. I don't know.
How about a genie?
Yeah, I mean...
I would prefer a genie.
There you go. Who wouldn't? Makes for good stories.
Thanks
Not
for
so
calling.
good reality.
Oh, yeah. Hey, no problem. Have a good one.
All right.